Football on Thanksgiving Day has been a tradition that has been around for over a century, dating all the way back to 1876 when Yale and Princeton made it a tradition to play against each other every year. Since then, all sorts of teams and players have been going at it on Turkey Day. There have been a lot of great performances, from Randy Moss's 3 touchdown catches against Dallas in '98 to Barry Sanders' 167 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Bears in '97. But none of them come close to a game in 2004, the Colts vs. Lions.
Can't rush to pass him. It's 2nd and goal for Indianapolis. Looking for the quick strike and finding it. Touchdown Colts.
Going into the game, the Lions were 4-6, coming off 4 straight losses, 3 of which were within 1 possession. On the other side, the Colts were 7-3, coming off of 3 wins, with the last coming against the Chicago Bears 41-10. Not only were the Colts playing really well, but the leader of their team, Peyton Manning, was coming off of his first of many MVP seasons in 2003 and putting up a stellar 2004 campaign where he won the MVP once again. Putting Peyton Manning, who is the best player in the league, against one of the worst teams is a very dangerous mix. Not only was Manning in MVP form, but he was coming off of 4 straight games of at least 4 touchdowns, with 5 touchdowns against Houston and Kansas City. The Colts were coming into this game as heavy favorites and had much better players than the Lions had, the most obvious being that the Lions quarterback was Joey Harrington, who had to go up against MVP Peyton. But let's see what went down. The Colts scored within the first 5 minutes of the game with a 9-play, 79-yard drive that ended up in 6. The Lions were able to strike back with a field goal, although they missed a massive touchdown opportunity. Then with another quick little 3-minute drive, the Colts scored another touchdown to finish off a 60-yard drive. To end the quarter, the Lions drove down the field and put up yet another field goal to keep the game within 1 possession. So far, the Colts were looking really good, but the Lions were still in the game and were only down 8. By this time already, Manning had thrown for 2 touchdowns and is looking really good in control of this game. The second quarter was scoreless until only around 2 minutes left with another Colts touchdown on a nearly 50-yard drive. Then within another minute, the Colts got the ball back and scored again with only 1 minute left. Yet again, the Lions were able to score really quick and somehow drive down the field in only 40 seconds to drain another field goal. Peyton put up another 2 passing touchdowns and had 4 going into the second half. By this time already, the game was getting away from the Lions, and they were down 3 possessions to one of the best teams in the Colts. At halftime, Barry Sanders received his Hall of Fame ring. Of course he got his ring at a game like this. But anyways, let's go on to the second half. The third quarter was the most important part of the game, as it was the Lions' last legitimate shot at trying to win the game. Only around 5 minutes into the quarter, the Colts scored a touchdown following a 60-yard drive. Unlike some of the other times, the Lions didn't respond, and then with around 2 minutes left, the Colts scored yet another touchdown and the last points of the game. By this time, the game was already over, and Manning had already killed the Lions. Peyton threw for another 2 touchdowns on the third to put his grand total to 6 touchdowns in 3 quarters. Yeah, you heard that right, 6 touchdowns and 3 quarters. He didn't even need the 4th to show why he was the MVP. Peyton finished the game with 236 yards and 6 touchdowns while throwing 23 of 28. Somehow, Peyton had more touchdowns than incompletions, and without even trying, had one of the best games of his entire career. Not only did Peyton throw for 6 touchdowns and 3 quarters, in the game itself, Manning threw for a record 5th game in a row with 4 more touchdowns, which broke another Marino record. The 2004 season was one of Peyton's best, as he threw for over 4,500 yards along with 49 touchdowns to only 10 interceptions. And although they lost Week 17 to the Broncos, it didn't matter as they went up against the same Broncos team in the wild card with their starters and won big 49-24. Things were looking good for the Colts, but they had to go up against a dominant Patriots team that ended up killing them 20-3. The Lions, on the other hand, finished the season 2-3 and ended up with a 6-10 record. This game was the definition of pure dominance and what an MVP can do on Thanksgiving. Peyton showed that on Thanksgiving Day 2004 why he was the MVP and also why this game will live on forever.
Again, a fake into the line. Manning throws. Touchdown. Touchdown, Brandon Stokely, his 2nd of the quarter.
Happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for watching the video. Subscribe and like for more videos like this, and comment down below if you have any thoughts about the video or football in general. See you guys on Sunday, and peace out.